This is a mic test. 1, 2, 3. Testing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. ABC. That should be enough, I hope.
Nurturing gratitude and how we understand and express interdependence is part of how we live into our Unitarian Universalist faith. As we enter into our time of meditation, contemplation, and prayer, we acknowledge the joys and sorrows of our congregation. We do this by dropping stones into a bowl of water, symbolically immersing our personal joys and sorrows into the flow of all life's joys and sorrows. The water surrounds and holds the stone just as we are surrounded and held by the love and support of this congregation. If you're participating in our service elsewhere, you may wish to meditatively hold a stone, wash your hands, or meditate on an object near you. And now, if you're in the sanctuary and feel called to do so, please come forward, take a stone from the basket, one of the baskets, and place your stone in the water as Kendra plays.
Religious education. Ooh. I'm the director of Lifespan Religious Education here at UUS. This morning, we've been talking about those animal companions, and we learn a lot from those companions. We also learn from the animals all around us every day. Maybe we notice time to look up as we see a bird fly past. I know just before service, we were amazed by some bright green hummingbirds that were buzzing around outside. But I would like your help coming up with some of the ways that or some of the animals that we could learn from when we need to take a moment of peace. So there are lots of practices for helping calm our bodies, bring our bodies into a moment of meditation or a moment of calm. So I'm going to name some ways that we can do that, and I need your help coming up with the animals that might help us with that. You notice Reverend Diana's standing up here, and that doesn't often happen when I'm just talking with you or at you, right? Reverend Diana's going to be taking down notes about some of those animals, and those animals are going to be included in our meditation in a moment. So, one way that we can help bring peace into our bodies is by slowing down our breath. So if you were to think of an animal out in the world, What animal might help you slow your breathing or take nice, deep breaths if you're able? What animal might help with that? Oh, bunny breathing. That's one that we've done in class, isn't it? Bunny breathing. But what does bunny breathing look like? Yeah, so our bunny breathing that we've done in religious education classes is little sniffs and then a big sniff out. But if we want, which is a great way to calm our bodies, but what if we're talking about slowing down that breath? Why would an African wild dog teach us to slow down our breath? Sleep. Okay, lots of animals take nice slow breaths when they sleep. Yeah.
Bulldog.
A bulldog. Why would a bulldog teach us to take a nice slow breath?
Because when they're getting old, they breathe slower.
When they're getting old, they breathe slower? Okay. What about back there? What's a way we could slow down?
A sloth.
Oh, a sloth. Sloths do everything except swim slow, don't they? Yeah. They can swim fast, but everything else a sloth does is nice and slow, right? Yeah. A whale has to take a nice deep breath and then hold it for a long time, don't they? Don't whales have to do that? We're going to move on to the next one. Okay, I'm sure I will take more suggestions, but I've got to. I appreciate your honesty. Thank you. So sometimes to calm down, we might hum or buzz. Zzz. So we did just hear a bee might give us some humming or buzzing that we could do. A hummingbird. Their wings go so fast we hear that, don't we? Not humming or buzzing. All right, that one was really easy. How about this one? Sometimes to calm down, and it might be something someone else helps us do or sometimes something we do, is just soft touch or tapping. Your mom rubs your back, definitely. I scratch your back, that's true. So that soft touch, what animal do you think of if you think of soft touch or tapping? Yes?
African wild dogs. Because they sleep in dog piles and
Oh. African wild dog because they sleep in piles. So there's that touch coming into play. Touch or tapping, yeah. A water bear. Tardigrades. We could totally learn from tardigrades and being adaptive, can't we? But touch. Penguin. Why penguin when we're talking about touch or tapping? They sleep in a huddle to keep themselves warm. So again, that contact. Is there any animal that you can imagine that would be really nice to touch? African wild dog?
Yes.
A dog or a kitty? Or a bunny? Yes. Dara said bunny. That's what you were going to say? Oh, the bunny jumped into your arms? Oh, baby bunnies. Oh, all right. So those are lots of animals that we might like to touch or who like to make contact with each other. What about this one? Sometimes when we need a moment of calm, we think about grounding. And often we look to the trees for this, but reaching deep into the earth. What's something that we know, an animal we could learn from that reaches deep into the earth that might sink in, or it might create burrows or tunnels? A mole. Go ahead. A gecko. Okay. And African wild dog. Okay, there we go. Yeah. A vole, okay. Creating those tunnels. Yes. Chipmunks. Thank you for that nice, strong, loud voice. Yes. Groundhogs. Yes. Worms. Yes. Cicadas. Ooh. Sink deep into the earth and then take a nice, long nap. All right. The cicada invasion is coming. Okay, that might not help us find peace and center, but one more thing that could help us find peace and center is the opposite, is thinking about expanding up or out or soaring above. Bird. Bat. African.
Out, and they have large packs.
Out, large packs. All right, yes. Butterflies, gently floating and flying on the breeze. Was there another hand over here that I was missing? Oh. Peacock. Oh, lifting its, I like the example with your arms. Thank you, lifting its tail feathers. Out and up. Those are some amazing animals that we can learn from. Do you feel like you have what you need? Awesome. Thank you all for all your help. I will pass it off to Reverend Diana.
Thank you for all of that help. And so now, going to invite us all into a time of meditation, contemplation, and prayer. As we sit here, letting our breath slow, I invite you to take a couple bunny breaths. Breathe in a couple times, and then out one big time. As we let our breath slow, may we channel that energy of sleeping animals, the sloth, the whale. May we notice how they invite us in their own ways into stillness. As we sit here invited into stillness, we may notice a little bit of energy in our body that we need to release. As we notice that, may we channel the energy of the dog and the worm who shake off whatever they need to. And if you are so inclined, you might want to shake off some of that, like the dog and the worm. And as we continue to sit here, I invite you to make the sound of the bee or the hummingbird. Bzzz. The hum of the bee and the hummingbird calm our brains. They let us know that there is peace. So let's do that again. Bzzz. Bzzz. And now, let's find ourselves noticing what the penguin, the cat, or the baby bunny invite us into. The little touch, that loving touch, that tapping that might calm us. And now I invite you to let yourself sink into the earth, following those paths, thinking about the mole or the gecko, the groundhog or the chipmunk, the cicada, burrowing deep into the earth, finding some peace. And then, like them, let's let our minds tunnel back up toward the surface, returning more towards the rest of the world, emerging out of the ground, and like a butterfly or a peacock, you may wish to spread your wings, whether it is your arms or in your mind. And like the bird or the bat, let your mind, let your energy soar into the sky, finding the freedom, the blessings of this day and all days. And let us close our time of meditation today with a thank you. Thank you to these animals that invite us into different ways of being. Amen. Blessed be. Andrew, would you come on up here?
How we give, what we do with our lives, our time, our resources, is a reflection of our values. In response to the abundance we are blessed with, every week this congregation donates generously to organizations in the community whose work aligns with our values and principles. Since this Sunday, with 5 weeks, our 5th Sunday Community Partner Agency, this month is the Healthy Kids Clinic. Margaret Oding is here to tell us about it. Margaret.
Hi, I'm Marguerite Oding. I'm a pediatrician in town and a longtime member of the congregation. Thanks for letting me tell you about Healthy Kids Clinic. Healthy Kids is a clinic that provides free primary care to uninsured children or underinsured children in Johnson County. We serve kids from birth until they leave high school. A lot of people are actually surprised to learn that in our community, which seems to be so full of resources, about 10% of children in the Iowa City Community School District are uninsured, which is about 2 to 3 times the state average and the national average. So even though we live in this abundant community, there are pockets of extreme need. The clinic is a collaboration between the Iowa City Community School District, which provides our space and our administrative support, the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, who provides some of the doctor's time, and the community. All of the money to support the salaries and operating budget of the clinic come from donations in the community. Neither the hospital nor the school district provide actual dollars. They just provide in-kind support. We provide all the services that would be provided in any pediatric office, so well checkups, sports physicals, immunizations, sick visits, management of chronic problems. We also help our patients pay for dental care, mental health care, and vision. So far this year, we've provided almost 1,200 visits to over 560 children. So we're serving a lot of kids in the few hours that we're open. We're open about 14 hours a week. And unfortunately, the need for our services just continues to grow. So I see, I didn't know Deb was going to be here. Deb Schulerman in the back is one of our interpreters for the clinic for the past several years. So I just want to encourage you to get to know the clinic better if this is an interest that you have in mind, and consider us in your giving. Thank you.
In the sanctuary, the ushers will collect the offering, or you can follow the instructions on the screen for how to give online. All cash contributions go directly to our community partner agency. In addition to assisting our community partner, you may contribute towards our pledge to our society or contribute to the congregation to provide additional support for our operating expenses. You may also contribute by check using the memo line to designate the purpose. The offering is a sign of commitment to this free congregation, which is completely supported by the generosity of all those who join with us. As we give and receive this offering, may we be transformed by our giving, and then may the world be transformed by our gifts.
So a little while ago, Nick helped us think about animals in our lives and how they might help us move into a quieter space or shake off some of the things we need to let go of. One of my favorite learnings happens pretty much every day. When I take my dog for a walk, sometimes, let's be honest, sometimes I take my dog for a walk and I'm not really there that much. I mean, I'm right there with the dog, but I'm not really paying attention. But when I let myself pay attention to what he is doing, I am fascinated. Have you ever thought about a dog's nose? Dogs smell so much more than we do. And they hear so much more than we do. And when I let myself remember that, when I am walking my dog, he invites me into sinking into the world in a different way. I start to wonder, what are all the things I let pass me by without noticing? And when I let us slow down and I let him sniff that flower or the patch of grass that he just thinks is the best thing that ever happened, I get a chance to imagine and be in a different place. And I get to slow down. So as we move to the end of our time together today, I want to ask you, what is something that an animal in your life, whether it is an animal companion or an animal that you see out and about, what is something that an animal in your life invites you into? I will take 2 or 3 suggestions if anybody wants to tell me. Any thoughts? Yes. An animal invites you into being present. Yeah. Yes. Ooh, reminders to go to bed early and get up early. That's a good one. Vicki. The wrens are inviting you to, to watch while they're taking care of their babies, I'm not sure I completely heard everything, but thank you. It sounds wonderful. I'm so excited about your wrens, and I want to hear more. Did I see one over here? Yeah. Joy, inviting to joy. And I'll take one more. Yes. The singing, the birds singing, inviting to joy, inviting to presence. So there are so many things that the animals all around us invite us into. And as we go into this week, may we notice the blessings that the animals around us bring into our lives every single day and invite us into every moment. Amen, and blessed be.
May what has been shared today help us more fully affirm our interconnection and live into love and justice. Immediately after the service, we gather in the fellowship hall and outside for conversation and community, and Reverend Diana will also be heading out to the back patio to bless the larger animals who couldn't come into the sanctuary today. And to close our service today, we'll sing hymn number 163, Please Rise in Body and Spirit as You're Able. join me in the words for extinguishing the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. All these we carry in our hearts and in our minds until we are together again.
As you go out into the world this day and this week, may you go noticing the world around you and how we are invited into presence, into joy, into deepening by the creatures we share this beautiful world with. Go in peace, love, and justice, living love ever more fully and fiercely into this world. Amen. And blessed be.